line these foundations up on the far left of this little, and I just left Reese's on. I left Reese's on follow. This is the second straight episode that I did this. Hopefully. Here we go, back at it again with another episode of Ark Survival Evolved single player playthrough on the Xbox One. Episode number 8, the center map boosted. That took it for a while to say. It seems like that thing is getting longer and longer. Alright, so we're already at episode 8, so it's time. We're in our new base area. Time to finally start getting some base building done. Finally start getting some base building, get some of our advanced crafting things going on, so we can actually have a few advancements in a little bit easier time and start to go tame some bigger and better dinos. So most of our dinos right now are pretty low level outside of our super trike. So, and our brand new pterodon that we just got last episode 111, which seems like it might be actual pretty high. So, so the plan here, I kind of just trying to line these foundations up on the far left of this little, and I just left Reese's on. I left Reese's on follow. This is the second straight episode that I did this. Hopefully there's nothing down there. We'll put him on neutral. He can fight if there's anything down there. But we're going to pretty much put it all the way until the little turn in the this little upper hill area, whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to just go across and do the same thing in the other direction. And we're going to kind of fill it out as much as we can. I'm surprised I can't do it right there. So this is just plain old Xbox. So there's no, like you see on the PC when people do their building, it's no S Plus or anything like that where they can have all kinds of cool tricks and stuff they can do. You're a little limited with what you can do on the Xbox and building, but there's still a few workarounds that you can get done, with pillars. And I did watch a recent episode of one of the guys online that showed how to do some cool 45-degree angles, so you can do some really cool things. So we might try to do that. I think I've accidentally done it once, so we'll try to do it on purpose one time, see how it comes out. So want this to be kind of a decent sized area. I want to be able to have plenty of storage in there. For right now, in the beginning, we're going to go with just the large wooden storage boxes, but later on we want to be able to have enough room to add at least a couple vaults. Like, I don't think we need crazy amounts of storage. Single player, there's not a whole tribe living here, so nothing crazy that we need. Just want to be able to fill it out best we can. So see how many this is going to be. And then for this one, I like for this one to be this one's going to be a little more square than the rest of the base. I just want this one to be pretty uniform left right the way it actually builds out. So this one will be a little straightforward in terms of how the edges are. Pretty much just one big square. I know most builders try to stay away from that, and we will for the most part too. We just want to make sure we have plenty of room for like our storage and some of the other crafting devices. So we can jump down over here, go find Reese's. Reese's is a pretty decent level on his melee. It's really high, so if he does get attacked, most things he can wreck pretty good. Unless that Spino, there is a Spino right around the area that's a 145. It is definitely going to be on target to tame it pretty soon. But for other than that, I think Reese's can take most of the dinos he's going to run into. It's just a matter of figuring out where he went to. Alright. Need like a little dino locator, like your keys for your vehicle when you hit the lock unlock button to find Reese's. He probably just ran around the corner when we were building, got stuck. There we go. Okay. Alright. So we got Reese's. So my fault, Reese's. That's the second episode in a row where I've left you on follow and watched you run off an edge. So luckily we're not in a like a lava area. That'd be awful. So the Doedickers has made it amazingly easy to get a whole bunch of stone together. If you guys haven't seen it already, the way that the stone stacks up, it's 12.5 per stack of 100 stone. So we're supposed to be 50. So almost 3 times smaller or something like that. You got even maybe more than that than it would be. So you can carry so many stacks of stone on this guy. So get a whole bunch of stone with this guy, get a bunch of wood and thatch on your own, or take a trike out and have them work as like your carry mules. So we got quite a bit of foundations made, quite a bit of dino gates, a few fence foundations. I like to use those if I decide to place a dino gate on the edge of the base, which we will here. We'll place one on each end of this. And the plan is to place one over here near the stairwell, and I'm going to place another one on the other side, and we're going to eventually have our own little like village area or dino holding pen area down there. So that's the plan for it. So it's almost square, so we're going to have to make a couple, or going to make a couple ceilings, so place a couple over here. So we want to extend this out as much as possible. Want to make sure we have a pretty large area to play with here. I don't want to be limited at all by not building it big enough to start with. So, alright. That's not too bad. So we'll fill in a few ceilings on this side. Get that fixed up. I'm really surprised that one didn't fit. I should have measured that just a little bit better. So gives us quite a few. Gives us a pretty decent area to start with. Be able to fit our smithy and refining forges, and eventually the fabricators and a few other things. So I'm probably gonna have to make another run for supplies here. I wonder if I should go down and grab the trikes and go get a bunch of wood, or I'm trying to measure how I want to do this too. So we could place 2 more. I don't think I'm gonna place those because maybe. Kind of debate. Do I want to go this wide with it? And then along there, I'm gonna put a whole bunch of fence foundations and then just stone walls. And I'm not really sure how I want to do the build yet in terms of if it's gonna be all stone or if I'm gonna go like a stone wood mixture, kind of give it like an old school look. Or yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that yet. We'll kind of play around with it. I don't profess to be the biggest, the best at building or anything like that. I'm not great and super creative with building. I stick way too much with the boxes because I like everything way too military and uniform. So kind of stick with that way too often. There's a Carno down there. Alright, so I think that's about as many foundations as we're going to fit on there. So we're going to have to stick a few, see what level he is. If he's a decent level, we can jump down there and tame him. This is supposed to be just a straight building episode. The plan here is to do nothing but building, but if we see something worth taming, we will stop to do the taming. So this will be kind of a shorter episode because like I said, just focus just straight on the building. I hear you down there. Where you at? I see your shadow. Where are you? Come on, man. Peek your head out. I just want to see what level you are. 20. Okay. Not even worth it. Okay. Thought maybe, a nice level Carno wouldn't be too bad right now. Kind of help us out. We have our baryonyx that's only level 15, tamed out to 22, I think. So that's not much of a help. So, all right. This guy is actually getting pretty fast here. I gotta make sure I don't. We might actually just jump over here where the Carno's at and go take him out real quick, so that way it doesn't surprise me while I'm gathering. All right. Should I go? There we go. Let's go. Okay. Jump off real quick so we don't take damage, and he's coming. Yeah, there he is. He's on his way. Oh, and I missed it. There we go. 262. Oh yeah. See, 262 damage. Those guys don't have that much health at level 20, so that was easy. All right, cool. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna spend a little bit more time going around getting some wood and making a few more things, and I'm pretty much gonna break away every time I have to gather resources unless anything cool happens. So I'm gonna break away, gather some more resources, build up some more not so much foundations, but some more walls, a few ceilings, and then possibly some pillars just in case we need it. So I'm gonna work on that, and then we'll bring you back when it's time to do a little bit more building. Alright, so we grabbed a little more wood and made up a few more things, so we should be able to at least finish out this bottom foundation level at least. So let's see, did I grab? Oh, what are we doing here? Okay, so I just made 10 ceilings. That should be enough to finish the little bottom area. I got a whole bunch of prime meat on me from that Carno, so that'd be nice. That'll spoil, give us some more spoiled meat, so we can make some more narcotic here in a little bit. So, alright, so that should be as far as that goes, and then we want to finish squaring this side off over here. So I don't really like how the ceiling looks right next to the foundation. It does stick up just a little bit, but if we set objects on top of those areas where we have the ceiling, it'll be just fine. So, alright, that should be. So we got a nice big square. So that's the extent of our building so far. So let's see what else we need to do here. Alright. Let's see how many walls we can make. Not many. Okay. Thought maybe I'd be able to make some more. I wasn't sure how much wood and thatch I actually had on me, so I'll be able to make a few walls. So I'll be able to get just real briefly started, and then we'll have to throw all the stone back on him. So let's see, we got plenty of stone foundations left, so if we decide to do anything else with foundations, and then we got plenty of we got, well, three dinosaur gateways left, and then a few of the actual reinforced doors. So got a few things. Got a lot more that we got to get done. Really need to make a whole bunch more walls. In fact, we're gonna do that now. So instead of just placing those 5 down and wasting time with it, we're gonna go ahead and he just gathered a whole bunch. I forget that they gather as soon as they get close to something. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time. We're just gonna pretty much go next to a tree, hit it, get some wood, grab a whole bunch of stone, place the stone back on him for now. But so we basically just go get as much wood and thatch in our inventory as possible and still be able to move. Get next to the Doedicurus, grab as much stone off it, and then we build as much as we can, and we place all those materials back on the Doedicurus. So that's the general plan of how we try to do this. Works out pretty well so far. And with as much stone as they could carry, it's awesome. If I had something else like a mammoth or something to get a whole bunch of wood, I'd probably just gather, take it back to base, and then assemble everything there. But kind of on the run, it seems like the best way to do this right now. So I kind of just see, now we got, you know, a decent amount of wood, decent amount of thatch, and we grab as much stone as it'll let us in terms of our weight. So we can only grab about 400 or 500 usually. So, and then we go over to whatever it is, and we hit craft all. So there's 15. So gives us a good head start. So I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to continue just building quite a few walls. I want to try and do at least one level of walls all the way around. I need a couple more. I'm good with the dino gates, but mainly just the walls right now. We might build some windows or something else in a little bit, but for right now, we're going to go with just the just the walls to give us like a little, you know, a little bit of enclosure over there. And then at the end of this, if we have time, I got kind of a busy schedule. If we have time, we may run back and try and start bringing some of our other dinosaurs and some of the materials that we have at the other base, which isn't a lot, just a little bit of metal, quite a bit of narcotic. I think we're up to like 600 or 700 narcotics, so we've been working really hard on getting that done. So I'll keep working on this, and then I'll bring you back when it's time to do a little more. Alright, we got a whole bunch of walls going, so we should have at least enough to get the bottom part of the foundations all set up with walls, and then I'm going to throw a dino gate on each side like I said before. So those are making up. Get this door closed here. So I really like this area that we're in. I've never built this close to the swamp, so it should be pretty cool to be able to, once we get like a frog or anything like that, to cruise over to the swamp. Although I'll say that with the capros now added to the game and the leeches, going to the swamp is getting harder and harder, because now even if you're on something that's pretty strong, the capros have a tendency to pull you off and give you all kinds of trouble, and then you get leeches all over you. So alright, so we got 16, a total of 58 walls is what we got going on. So not too bad of a start. That's should go around the outside. I never bothered counting like how many we actually have going on here. So alright, let's go ahead and level this up so we continue to have more. Our goal is 500, so we're almost to our goal now. We're gonna have to start. We're gonna probably start pumping our crafting speed, because we're gonna get everything else is gonna be pretty much to the rate that we, or to the level that we want it. So with the boosted per level sliders, it really makes it to where your character gets pretty powerful by the end. Like, you still can't go one-on-one with any real dinosaurs, but you're at least a little more survivable. So alright, so 58. Obviously we can't do all those at once. See if we can go at least half of it. Go back into his inventory, go down here, split this in half. Actually, let's unload some of this too, see how much that gets our weight down too. I still don't think, we're still gonna have to split the walls up, but at least we can carry a few more. Alright. So I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm wondering if the moose or the deer character, whatever it is, the thatch machine that goes out and can gather just tons and tons of thatch. I'm really wondering if the thatch weighs less for them, because it already only weighs 2 pounds. So if it weighs less for them, yeah, they could carry millions. Who knows what that'd be like? So have to try that out once we get to that point there. So alright, so still a little overweight, so we can either drop a little bit of this, or we can just split the walls up. Alright, so I should have waited and got this all done before I hit record again, but want to make sure I don't miss any of the actual building part and get that on camera. I have a tendency to get real carried away and then forget to hit record. So before I actually started the first video on the YouTube channel, I did a couple test videos just to see how it works and kind of learn it a little bit. And let me say, first of all, it's a huge learning experience. Anytime you start recording videos, because you watch all these videos of these people you enjoy on YouTube, and it's just kind of a hobby, because something I kind of wanted to try and play around with. And you watch people online and you're like, oh, this is easy, and then when you try to do it, the learning curve is a lot bigger than what you think, and then just the amount of things that you need. So the first couple episodes we did it we streamed to one of the streaming services off the Xbox. So we did what is it, Beam or whatever it is called on the Xbox. We used Beam, and we'd stream it to that, and then we'd go to the Beam channel and actually download it from there, and then we would edit straight to that. So we didn't have a capture card, so that's how we did the first couple of days, and then we would edit it. And first couple of days I just had a little free editing software that I had downloaded, and it couldn't do much. It wasn't very intensive, but it was pretty easy to set up, and the quality of the video was just rough. And then we made a little title screen with our own little like title banner, our logo for our channel that we kind of want to do for our channel. And we did the logo, and it looked awful. We kind of made one our own, and just weren't very good. So you actually have to go to someone that's actually good at these things. You know, apparently they have people that are really, really good at this stuff. So I went and found someone that could do that really well, and you can pay them, or you can lease them to actually make a logo for you. So or other places that you can go to get free ones, but unfortunately you get what you pay for. So we got our little logo screen. For the intro music is pretty simple. Like, in order to make sure that you don't get a copyright strike, you either have to find an original creator, or YouTube has a cool little video library that you can go get music out of. And you'll hear a lot of the channels that you probably listen to constantly actually use a lot of music off there, because it's just easier, because there's no copyright music, and you can throw it in a video without having to worry about getting a copyright strike. So alright, so we definitely short shot how many walls we needed by a little bit. Let's see. Need to decide how many we need here. Yeah, I'm not sure. And I don't like the too many walls of just straight stone. We'll definitely throw some windows and some other things in here a little bit. So alright, so we're kind of just running around mindlessly doing that. I'm going to probably delete a couple spots for dino gates over here. We want one over here, and I'm eventually going to have like a little exit to get down to the ground from this side. And I'll have all this area outside all fenced in to where this whole area will be pretty safe. So so anyway, so once we got the logo and the music, and then we realized that I needed a better editing software, so went out and tried a whole bunch of the software. My wife is a photographer, so she has all the Adobe suite, and I kind of played with Adobe Premiere, and honestly, it's over my head. It's something I haven't used before. I may move into it later once I get a little more used to this. So for right now, I went with one of the free to use ones. It's called Lightworks. I really enjoy it. It's got some really good demos to kind of run you through how to do it. It's listed as one of the better ones. It does have a paid version that you can get to do some other things, and in order to be able to export into like MP4 or something like that, you do have to do the paid version. So there are some limitations to the free version of it. So I don't know if there's any other free ones that are out there that are really good. So the video quality wasn't good for the first two, so we realized that we need to go ahead and get a capture card. So looked all over on YouTube and trying to see what people do use to record their video games, like off the Xbox or PlayStation. And a lot of them use it's called the Elgato, and there's a couple versions of that. You got the older school one that a lot of people still use, because they say it's just really good quality. Plus it has the old school hookups, so you can do like some legacy games. You can do the old Nintendo or something like that. So really cool, really cool. And then with the newer one is just I think it's the Elgato HD 60 or something like that. I may be misquoting it, but I'm gonna try to remember to update the actual channel info and add that to it, so that way I at least give credit, because that's how we're recording most of our gameplay footage. So we actually get it off the Elgato, so it's pretty cool. It hooks just pretty much on HDMI in between your TV and your Xbox, and then there's another cable that goes out to your laptop, so you can record the software. And then to record the software, I went with what most of the common YouTubers kind of talk about they use for a lot of that, and they use OBS. And I wish I could remember what it stood for off the top of my head. So alright, so I really like the dino gates on the center. I'm going to line them up pretty much the same way on each side. I'll probably throw some doors on there. So, you know, really, really beautiful box we have going here. That's kind of what we're going for the first one. So, just for the initial crafting area and everything, we're going with just a pretty simple setup. Let's see. Get rid of all that stuff. What else do we need? Let's get our doors. We may not get much else done. I don't have a lot of time to stay up and do this unfortunately for my real life job tomorrow. I got to get up and wake up about 4 a.m. So I gotta try and get at least 2 or 3 hours of sleep before that happens. Alright, so that's that. I may throw a wooden ramp down here at the little front part. It looks like we're not catching on it, but I just think aesthetically it looks better instead of having to step up on that. So we're going to go ahead and make a whole bunch of storage boxes. We can definitely get that started now. I may, to get some more wood and stuff, I'll probably take out my trikes. So, look at these guys. Oh, that's right, I only brought one of them over here. Could have swore I brought both trikes. So, let's see. Go out here, get a little more wood and thatch. Make sure there's nothing bad out here. So I can't remember what I needed for. I think it was either fiber wood thatch, I think. So get a bunch of fiber real quick. I need to get me a metal sickle. I had the metal to do it, and I don't know why I didn't grab one over there. All right, let's see. So we need 50 wood, 35 thatch. So I want to make at least 10 of these, about 500 wood. So I think in all we want somewhere between like 13 to 15 storage boxes. I try to do one per, like one full of fiber, one full of wood, one full of thatch, one flint, one stone, etc. down the line. And then some of the more specialized stuff they can share a box. And then later on, as we replace with vaults, you know, one vault can take the place of, you know, like 3 of the containers. So works out pretty well. Alright, make sure he's on neutral in case I get attacked. Yep, make sure he's following too. Alright. Give me some wood. Can we reach this one? We're overburdened. Let's get this one so we can make a bunch at once. Alright, cool. We should be able to make a whole bunch of storage now. Alright. Large storage. 16. Perfect. Okay. That'd be great. So 16, that'll give us enough to really set up for what we want to do initially. It's going to take a minute for our weight to get down. Alright, so I guess we're waiting. I think that was pretty much it for kind of the stuff that we had to figure out how to actually start doing this stuff. Well, I guess not. Actually, once we got OBS, that's a huge learning curve. There's a lot to learn on that. It's not a difficult system, but you got to watch some tutorial videos to figure it out. Same with Lightworks. You got to watch a few of the tutorials to really figure out how to do things. And then the first video you edit's going to take a couple of hours, even if you're doing very minimal things. And then later on, those same things that you did will only take you a few minutes. So it does get better as it goes. And then once you do that, creating an actual YouTube creator account, it's fairly simple. A couple little things you have to do with it, but there's so many YouTube videos out there to tell you how to do YouTube. It's kind of nice. So I run you through little YouTube tutorials how to do everything, and then upload, throw on the thumbnail, which is another thing. Thumbnail, I don't know how to make thumbnails, so still learning that. You'll see the thumbnails are very, very blocky and generic. I'm definitely way too kind of just like with my building on here, way too square design, very straight lines, left, right, very finite in the way that I design and do things. So kind of got to loosen up on that a little bit. Probably same with my speech patterns. Need to, have a little more fun with it, which I do have fun, but a lot of times I'm recording it, midnight, 2 in the morning when the rest of the family's asleep, and I'm trying to be somewhat quiet, so I don't wake all of them up. My voice does have a tendency to carry a little bit, so. Alright, so we got 16 boxes here. Alright, so I just generally try to put them against the wall. I used to, when I played this, I'd sit here and do this for, he's still on follow, isn't he? Alright, but I used to sit and I'd line these up for an hour or two, trying to make sure they were perfect, because it just drove me crazy. So we won't do that here. We'll try and get as close to the wall as we can, as close to straight as we can, and we'll place, 16 in a row right here. So see how it looks once we're done. As long as it doesn't look too bad, we're good with it. So, and then 16 of these, since we have such a large area to work with here, it won't take up too much of the base, so it shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so there we go. Not bad. Alright, let's keep working. Alright. Like I was saying, just the overall learning to YouTube. When it comes to uploading and doing videos, there's a lot more to it than what you would think. Unless you're doing you're just doing straight vlogging, it's not too bad, because then you can either do the live or the delayed broadcast, and it's a little bit easier. OBS has a really good the live broadcasting thing that you can do through that. And you can throw up like a one screen of like a video playing, and then another screen with you on it, or a little webcam or whatever. So we may do the webcam thing later on. For right now, I'm not really concerned with that. Plus the laptop that I have, that's the next step. Is I've been wanting to get a new laptop for the last year or two. This laptop's been around the world with me, so it definitely, like, it lasted me all the way from here to Europe to Kuwait, so, and then all the way back. So it's lasted a long time, and I really like this laptop, but it's definitely time to upgrade. I'll probably get a nicer desktop. I want to build my own, so I do work in the IT field, so I should be able to build my own still. That's what my old desktop, I built it myself, and it lasted me, it's going on 11 years, and it still works just fine. We just open it up on the inside and replace some of the parts on the inside every once in a while, because it's more of just a home use computer, you know, kids' homework, my PowerPoint slides for work, something, just generic stuff, nothing important. So hopefully these are looking okay. I'm trying to line up pretty close. Looks like I'm drifting a little bit left, but that's alright. We're not going to stress about it right now. If I decide to go, like, you know, Captain Crazy about it and actually make sure they're all exactly perfect, I'll do that off camera, so you know, I'm not taking hours doing just this task right here. So hopefully this is only taking a couple minutes and we're talking over it, so it's not too bad. So, alright, and then looks like just time-wise, we probably won't go get the rest of our animals today. We'll have to see. But I want to get the rest of the, you know, dinos from over in the other area, get them over here, you know, so they're in a safe spot. Although the other area was really safe, and I like that ruins area. Next couple episodes, I want to go into one of those bear caves. I know it's probably like a suicide mission, but that bear cave that we found a couple episodes ago, I really like that bear cave. It was really cool. There's so many bears in there. I don't know how strong the bears are, so I really do think I could take the trike in there with that knockback that it has, but if too many of them overwhelm me, then we might not make it. So we probably won't risk that, because I don't want to lose the 150 trike. It might be the first ever 150 trike I've had. So we usually play on the island map or the scorched earth map, so don't really usually get, let's see, that's not too bad. Got a couple little, like, differences in gaps, but overall not bad. So I'll go through off camera, and I'll actually name each one, at least for the first, like, several ones, so I can get used to what goes in what. So usually just start kind of the most basic ones on the left, fiber, thatch, wood, flintstone, and then so on down the line. So just kind of fill them up as we go. Alright, so I think that's all about what we're going to get done. I'm just going to kind of unload some of the inventory here, and I don't think we're going to build anything else. I'm going to do a quick look around, and we'll probably end the episode here in just a second. And got things a little straightened up there just in terms of our inventory management, which always takes a while. So we haven't even named our pterodon yet. We need to get this guy a name, but oh no, no way am I too heavy. Oh yeah, his weight is only 180. Alright, luckily he has a few level ups, so we'll get his weight up, get his stamina up. Melee doesn't really matter right now. Definitely weight we'll get as high as we can, and stamina as high as we can. So, alright, so 255, so we can at least cruise around a little bit now. So, I just want to do a quick fly around to show you what we got going so far. It's not much. It's our little square foundation. So, nothing beautiful, but it is all the Xbox single player playthrough. So we're just trying to kind of show a little bit of everything that we do on here, make sure we don't leave too much out, so it's kind of the whole experience on here, to include good and bad. So you know, not the most exciting episode, just some building, but sometimes those are my favorite episodes. We get to kind of get a little creative once we get a little further in and start building some cool little builds. So pretty cool. Need to finish up that second wall. I'll probably do that off camera, but not bad looking. I like that we were able to stretch it out as far as we were, and then the little addition of the dino gates, that'll be pretty nice. And then I don't know, I think we might go the next level wood. We just really got to figure out how we want to do that next part. So alright, so nothing too fancy to start with. This last part over here, we'll end up putting up a bunch of wood or stone foundations down and do walls right here, kind of enclose the whole area so it looks kind of protected, a little fortified base type thing. So alright, so I think that's gonna do it. Alright, excellent. Hey, if anyone's watching this, I truly appreciate it. I'm having so much fun just kind of experiencing this and learning how to do this whole process. So if you could, like, subscribe. If you haven't already, go back, look at the old episodes. If you want some more, wait a couple days and I'll get you another episode. Thank you so much. Have a great, great day. Thank you.